Interim totes on race 8 at Rose Hill this afternoon. Well, they're in the mounting yard for the final event here at Flemington, the Dulcify Handicap. And from this event, the scratchings are 4 Cash Trust, number 8 Century Song and 17 Overall. So we have 3 out, leaving a field of 15 to run.
Metres left to go. Manicato near the inside, still the leader from Turf Ruler. La Mer out wider on the track, and then Salamander and Lloyd Boy getting clear at the 400-metre mark. And Willett said go on Manicato. He's immediately burst away by 3 lengths. Into second place, Turf Ruler, followed by La Mer under the whip. And there's Salamander. They're saluting a champion at the 200-metre mark. Manicato under the whip is 3 lengths clear. Double Century into second place, and here's Family of Man flying down the outside. Manicato stopping. Dulcify and Family of Man. Dulcify grabbed the lead, and Dulcify's won the cup. Manicato second, Family of Man third. Then Stormy Rex, they're followed by La Mer. Double Century next. At the head of the others, Lefroy. Then Can Karma. Lloyd Boy was next home with... At the 600-metre mark, and Dulcify let go, sprinted up quickly to join Imposing and grab the lead. The champ Dulcify grabbed the lead, coming to the bend with 500 to go from Imposing. Arbor Shane in third place, Chivalry let go, running on fairly, followed by Topware, but on the bend, and Dulcify has given them the slip, got away by 3 lengths. Chivalry into second place as they wheel around the bend of the 200-metre mark, and Thompson going for home. Dulcify's 4 lengths clear in the Cox Plate, and he's going to bolt in. He shot away by 5 or 6 lengths, Chivalry. Here's the Melbourne Cup favourite. Have a look at Dulcify. It's 4 Cox Plates to Brett Thompson. Dulcify brilliantly wins the Cox Plate by 6 lengths. Second, Chivalry, 6 lengths away. Third, or could be Lawman from Arbor Shane and Salamander.
Yes, some magnificent memories of a great horse, Dulcify, in the late 70s. And what a tragedy it was when he broke down in the Melbourne Cup here in 1979.
5 and 140.
Some memories of a great horse, Dulcify, in the late 70s. And what a tragedy it was when he broke down in the Melbourne Cup here in 1979.
5 and 145, Sir Dulcify 150, Imperianto paid 75, 26.65 Quinella, 203.35 for the trifecta, 3, 10 and 6. That was the last race at Rose Hill. Update for the last at Flemington, and they're all set to go for the Dulcify Handicap over 2,000 metres. The light flashes away. Bit of trouble in the middle. Bengal Charger, stablemate, Cobbler's Flame, settles, and they're off-end racing. And one of the best horses to jump away was Squire's Fortune. He immediately looks for the lead from Fame the Spur, King of Berwick, Tudor Baron. They're all up there in the early part. There's a fall. Extended Family come down, and Record Month has gone over the top. They've both fallen over. Both horses are up and both jockeys are down. As they go towards the 1,600 metres point, a shocking fall, and Squire's Fortune's in front. Now, Squire's Fortune just leads from King of Berwick, getting up on the inside to go to second now, and Tudor Baron whipped up around the outside. Bar Rambo is up there as well. Fame the Spurs now 5th. Going up on the outside, out a little bit wider on the track was Ancroft Lad, and then Wild Sting. Then came Iron Gloves. It was actually at 3 deep. Ancroft's Lad's back second last, and Persian Cyrus was outside it. An Extended Family and Record Month, both involved in a nasty fall about 200 metres after the start. 1,200 metres left to go. Squire's Fortune in front of Bar Rambo, and they're about 2.5 lengths clear now. King of Berwick got up on the inside and went to third. A length back over on the outside, starting to make up a bit of ground, was Mind My Boys, only 2 lengths off the lead. Cobbler's Flame got off the fence, and Fame the Spur shuffled back. Neptune's Warrior around them. Then Ancroft Lad, followed by Iron Gloves, and Wild Sting was over on the inside. Persian Cyrus taken deep, and Tudor Baron's got shuffled back as they run up towards the home turn. About 700 metres to go on the Dulcify Handicap, and going up the take, the lead was Marsold as they come around the bend. Getting up on its inside, Squire's Fortune, then Bar Rambo. A length further back to Mind My Boy, Cobbler's Flame. There's a heap of chances. Fame the Spur was in that pack. Persian Cyrus taken wide with Ancroft Lad, and they were followed by Neptune's Warrior getting out of its ground. Tudor Baron starting to weaken from Iron Gloves. About 400 metres left to go. Marsold in front of Cobbler's Flame, coming at the Mind My Boy on the outside. Then Squire's Fortune, Fame the Spur starting to run on strongly now. Fame the Spur's the one getting the split in the centre, and the top weight raced up to grab the lead. Fighting back, Mind My Boy, Fame the Spur in front. Mind My Boy on the outside having another crack at it. Fame the Spur on the inside doing just fractionally the better he is. He's got his head in front. Fame the Spur, Mind My Boy, a bob and go. Fame the Spur, I reckon, a nose. 2 Mind My Boy and Iron Gloves. Then came Cobbler's Flame, and they were followed by Ancroft Lad. Next in was Wild Sting, and then Marsold, Bar Rambo, King of Berwick. Further back than a Neptune's Warrior. barrier. Then Tudor Baron Squire's Fortunes pulled up quickly, into Persian Cyrus well back, with the race marred by a nasty fall about 200 metres after the start of the race. Extended Family and Record Month just went over the top of it, had nowhere else to go. Horses got up, but Des, you may have seen the jocks, they were down on the ground.
I saw D. Adam, he was stunned for a minute, but he got up and was walking around, but the ambulance is just right in our path at the moment, and I can't see Robert Heffernan, who was the other rider.
To me, they were both conscious, but here's the fall now. Extended Family fell. I can't explain why, and Record Month has just gone over the top. Look at the jockeys, they've just kept rolling.
Yes, Robbie Heffernan was probably the most hurt of the two, but
they were conscious, they were moving when I saw them.
Yes, so they've called for the other ambulance there, I think, maybe just as an extra help.
We'll get back
to the race, and Fame the Spurs. It's a photo, but I think that you're right. I think it's just outlasted Mind My Boy. But gee, in the run home, I think the lead looked as though you could have gone for anyone 4 times. It just kept changing, and looked as though Fame the Spur was going to, and then it wasn't going to be that way. If he has won, he's paid $2.05 and 90 cents. Mind My Boy 95, and Iron Gloves $8.40.
That's keenness for you, having the number 1 already up on there.
Yeah,
well, it's a photo, and it is pretty tight.
They're believing you.
Between numbers 1 and 2. There's the... Oh, there's not much in that. It's very, very close. There's the...
white line across.
And there's not a breath in this virtually. Photo finish on the last race between
Robbie
1 and 2.
Heffernan, just to fill you in a little bit, has been placed in the back of the ambulance, so it was fairly quickly he's been placed there, so it might have been a good... Not that it's any good being in the ambulance, but I hope that, you know, there was nothing really serious other than just a good winding. But
I think that the judge has gone for a second print.
Has he?
Got a print.
Oh, well, there you go.
So it's pretty tight. Fame the Spur, Mind My Boy, and...
don't lose your tickets yet. It might be a dead heat.
Third, Iron Gloves, was it?
Yep.
Iron Gloves was third.
So it might be a dead heat.
So we'll have to wait and see. There's the ambulance coming back, a close-up shot. And the boys will, I'd imagine, be taken back to the casualty room.
Yes, yeah.
But we hope they're all right anyway.
The, as I said to you, in the end, it was a bobbing finish, and it won number 2.
Mind My Boy's got it, number 2.
Amazing. I really thought Fame the Spur with you. I agree with you.
And
but
14 is third. 2-1-14. Great finish. There it is. Look at that.
Yeah.
Can't get any closer.
Can't get any closer. It's just that you've just got to know exactly where the line is.
Here's the Bob. Fame the Spur. He's a much bigger horse, so when he puts his head down, it looks like he's probably further in front. The other bloke kept coming back, and right on the line he's got it, but that's the only place.
An eyelash, I'd say, but anyway, the number is 2, 1 and 14.
185, 95, 90 and $8.40 for the third horses. The runners come back to scale.
Paid $1.85 for the win and $1 for the place. Fame the Spur second, number 1 paid 90 cents. Number 14, Iron Gloves, $8.45. Quinella paid $3.45, and the trifecta $401.60. Numbers 2, 1 and 14 on the last event, the Dulcify Handicap here at Flemington. Update now on race 8 in Adelaide, which will be our last event for telecast this afternoon. Dowager Empress $8.40, Isaac $2.15. They've jumped. Here's Ron Paps.
Drill Tent a bit slow to get into gear, and so was Trendsetter, and also a bit slow out Ivory Seeker. One of the best away on the other hand was Brisk Bacon. Now pushing right up along the inside as the toppy, Dowager Empress, and going with Dowager Empress too was our Archie. In that division, King's Pavilion followed close handy by Isaac Jack just off the pace, smothered by Soft Cover the outer. Now Drill Tent and Tallyman are charging up along the rail. They were followed further back in the field by Farmhouse, who's got a long way out of ground. So is Trendsetter in the early part, and 4 lengths away or thereabouts to Ivory Seeker. On the inside, Dowager Empress, the big one, shows the way. She's a big solid mare, and she's just the leader with Brisk Bacon her outside. King's Pavilion the centre. Tallyman trying to get a run. Off the track, Soft Cover. Down on the rail, Drill Tent's made ground from our Archie. Right around them, Isaac Jack's going to come for home very deep on the track, and then Trendsetter working into it. Farmhouse, one of the last with Ivory Seeker, but Brisk Bacon shook off it. Dowager Empress kicked a length and a half in front. Down the outside, Tallyman is starting to respond to the rider's call. At the 200, it's Brisk Bacon clear, but Tallyman Tallyman's the one out wide. King's Pavilion looking for run with Drill Tint not getting any room. Tallyman cruised up on the outside of Brisk Bacon. King's Pavilion laid an Ivory Seeker from a mile back, but Tallyman. Tally up a win for Tallyman. Gets there from Ivory Seeker. King's Pavilion, Brisk Bacon, not heavy enough for him. They were followed by Drill Tint, then further back Dowager Empress Farmhouse. Trendsetter didn't get into the race, neither did Isa Jack. Well back in the field, our Archie in soft cover has knocked up to be one of the last in.
4, 9 and 5 as Ron Papp sees them in the last event at Morfordville in South Australia this afternoon. Tallymander paid $2.85 for the win, 75 cents a place. 9 Ivory Seeker, $4.75, and 5 King's Pavilion, $1.05. 4, 9 and 5, they're the interim dividends on the last event from Morfordville in South Australia. $9 and the trifecta $769.15. Now, good news to report on the final event.
Today's live racing telecast was proudly brought to you by the TAB and AAMI Car Insurance.
Stadium and Belmore Sports Ground for match reports from today's big union and league games. But first it's up north to Bundamba for the Rich Ipswich Cup. The track was dead and the favourite, Jondala.
Second place, Rajamar moving to third, and now Jondala's pulled to the outside, but he wants to duck in badly. Dixie Kid in front, 150 to go. Jondala coming at him on the outside. Dixie Kid and Jondala, they're going stride for stride. Dixie Kid just in front. Jondala lunging the last little bit. They hit it. Dixie Kid.
A tight finish with Dixie Kid the victor at 12-1 ahead of the favourite and winner of last weekend's Tattersalls Cup, Jondala. And now to Rose Hill for race number 6, the Castrol McKell Cup.
Gerard, who's boxing very nicely on the inside of it. Miss Remus and Gerard settle down to battle it out, but she's drawing clear, Miss Remus. And Miss Remus races home to win it. Miss Remus has beaten Gerard, the Bow a good third there, followed by Sims.
A clear win to Miss Remus at 10-1 ahead of Gerard at 12-1, Unplay's favourite, Sasha Bijot. And finally to Flemington for the highlight of the hurdle season, the Grand National Hurdle.
And Sir Agrafo, there's only been 5 horses this century have won the national place. Here's history in the making. Sir Agrafo's won it by 10.
A runaway win to Sir Agrafo at 5-1, equal favourite Sharpaz, again a bridesmaid, and a dead heat for third between Bar the Shouting and Purposefully. The